I'm Drew, and I'm an amateur model builder. I'm building a layout in my basement called the White River Line, inspired by the Frisco Railroad in the Ozarks. In this episode, I'm going to continue working on the benchwork for my layout. In my last episode, I added the wall brackets and I had the L-girders here over on the left-hand side. In the meantime, I've added these L brackets here on the back. So I still have the right and the peninsula to finish up. I've got to build some legs for those. And then I also have to manufacture all of the joists that I'm going to be adding onto this benchwork. Hopefully I can get all of that done in this episode, so let's jump into it. I got started by cutting 8 legs to length. I'm adding some adjustable feet to the legs so I can more easily level it out now and in the future if I have to move the layout. So I drilled out holes in the bottom of the legs to accommodate the feet. I chamfered the bottom and the sides of the leg. This lumber is pretty rough, but maybe the chamfer will give it a little bit more of a finished look. I epoxied some 1/4-inch T-nuts into the holes I had drilled. I also experimented with epoxying some washers on the bottom of the bolts, but there really wasn't enough contact between the bolts and the washers came off pretty easily. Once the epoxy cured overnight, I screwed in the 1/4-inch bolts. They're 2 inches long, probably longer than I need. Now it was time to rip down the MDF I'd salvaged from tearing out the bookshelf. Ripping down stock isn't my favorite woodworking activity. It's messy, I don't really have a good outfeed table for my table saw, and I struggle at times to keep the material firmly against the rip fence. All around, it's an anxious activity, so I might as well get it over with. My dad emailed me after my last video to point out that I wasn't using a push stick on the table saw. He even sent me a link for a recommendation for one. Thanks for looking out for me, Dad. Love you. I ripped not only 1x2s for the leg supports, I also ripped 1x3s that will serve as joists for the benchwork. I assembled the legs based on the steps provided in Lynn H. Westcott's How to Build Model Railroad Benchwork, an excellent reference. A temporary keeper joist is attached to the legs so that the bottom of this joist is at the height where the L-girder will be attached. Only one screw is used for each leg. A cross brace is attached at the top of the left leg, again with only one screw. The right leg is then squared up to the keeper joist and attached with two screws. A second screw is added to the keeper joist on the right as well. The assembly is flipped over. The same procedure as before is followed. However, a second screw is added at the top of the cross brace, but not for the keeper joist. Again, the assembly is flipped over, and the second screw is added to the first cross brace. After building some of the L-girders and experiencing how strong they are, I decided that I could forego the set of legs here in the corner and could fasten the L-girders together. I glued and screwed a 1x1 cleat to the L-girder for the right side, but I only screwed it to the L-girder on the back. That way I can disassemble these sections if I need to. Working alone, you have to come up with some creative solutions to only having two hands available. A little temporary rearranging of the furniture was needed to get this all assembled. Just like I did with my other sections, I added the 1x2 flange after I put the 1x4 web in place. When I added the second L-girder, I took a little extra time to make sure that everything was level and square. Gussets are used to attach lateral cross braces to the L-girders. Once completed, I trim the overhang from the legs. I assembled the peninsula section in a similar manner to the left section of the layout. Returning to the left section, I'm concerned about its sturdiness in the corner. I decided to replace the screws with carriage bolts. Well, I didn't get as much done in the past couple of weeks as I wanted to. I still need to add a couple more small sections and the joists that will sit on the girders. If you haven't already, check out my first video on building this benchwork. It's in the upper right hand corner. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this video and subscribe so you can continue watching my progress. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Those links are below. Thanks for joining me. And please join me again next time as I continue modeling the White River line.